Great. Just to make sure we're clear on sort of how we're operating now is we've got this. It's not looking great, but we can go to our lighting analysis, continue, and then we have our different analysis queued up. This is why when the analysis gets done and it asks us if we want to save, we say yes, save. Because then we can just quickly toggle to previous analysis because it saves them. Like if I go, for example, to my initial lead analysis, it updates the results. It's actually saying that it's passing now because I made some revisions. So, alright, so it's like, okay, great, that's my lead, or if I wanted to go back to, I don't know, my intermediate or all weather sky, just press go. And it takes me there, and then of course I would change this to my foot candle analysis that I made specifically for my exploration of foot candles. This is in Lux. Yeah, well, whatever, I just bumped to Lux is all. So you can see it says Lux, probably because I didn't save a setting, but whatever. So the next part of the assignment is to essentially perform a daylight autonomy analysis and then solar axis analysis. We notice that both these are being done, see, January 1st to December 31st, January 1st, for the same date range. That was done intentionally for your benefit because go to lighting, going to run a new analysis. We're going to change this to daylight autonomy, get our level of interest set to yeah, so that looks like it automatically defaulted to the full year, which is nice. For some reason it didn't. All you need to do is go in here and change these dates and then go to your daylight autonomy, and it should update itself. So then we check the price, just say start analysis. And then wait for it to complete. Yeah, so this save option is what I was talking about with saving the runs, and that's done, I think. So then we can just select our daylight autonomy, go. Oh, I'm still gonna wait for it to finish. So just, you know, hanging tight. Waiting for it to complete itself. I might help to change the legend. Yeah, I'll just wait for it to get done. So, alright, it's just waiting for it to complete itself. Sometimes these things can be a little bit of a timely process. Sometimes they're fairly quick. I mean, it is doing it for the entire year, so it's not too surprising to me that it's taking a little bit of time. If there's any sort of cutting in and out of the video, it's because I'm pausing and resuming as information becomes available. So, but I think the longest I've ever waited for one of these analysis was about 15 minutes, so it's really not too bad. Well, actually, another good tip while I'm waiting is if I just want to make sure that everything's moving along, I can go to the render gallery and I can see that this is the current analysis that's running. It's my daylight autonomy, and so I can click on this, and your job is currently in the rendering queue. The estimated wait time is less than 10 minutes. It's pretty, I found this to be fairly accurate in terms of the wait time, and never is it really too great or really ever over what the estimated time is. So you know, just a matter of hanging tight, maybe doing reading, maybe looking over some recommended resources, My personal case involves getting a cup of espresso. Yeah, it's just not always instantaneous. All right, so I just got the verification. The analysis was done. It took about 30 minutes. It told me 10, so it lied to me. But let's just think about this, right? So I ran an analysis for my daylight autonomy, which means it gave me daylighting analysis for the entire year between the hours I wanted. So roughly 20 minutes for an entire year's worth of data. That's not so bad because we can also utilize it besides the daylight autonomy. So let me just get this set up. Just wait for this to update. And here's just a little, bit on the daylight autonomy. It's referring to 0 points because it's the new version of LEED actually accounts for daylight autonomy, and that's what it's referring to. So that's that. And then it's showing me what just pass fail rate. So as can be sort of anticipated, the more perimeter areas are getting the pass for daylight autonomy according to sort of the LEED criteria, and the more internal areas are not. Now this thing, I don't think it did. Occasionally it produces a sort of a 3D view. I don't think it really worked in our favor to do that today. Take a look though. If I lower this using my section box, take it a little bit lower. This upper one. Okay, so then let me try the analyze lighting, continue. Yeah, so you see if I just went to the 3D, then I get 3D results, and then here's information on the first and second floor, percentages of daylight autonomy. I could probably, the 3D works for all sort of results. If I change it back to my LEED analysis, we get that as well. So yeah, it's useful too to sometimes just explain the results in this more 3D representation. But whatever works in the assignment, I just say, use 3D representation for the solar analysis access. Now, we notice, but feel free to use 3D throughout. I'm full support of better graphics always. I just want to, show you guys that you can use it. So, when we did the autonomy analysis, we got the full year between these hours. It defaulted actually to, I think it was 8 to 6. I don't know what I'm doing, but actually, sorry, I do know exactly what I'm doing. I'm updating this so it reflects what's automatically populated, because this really isn't set, it's just automatically done. But because we have the entire year, and then I'm requiring that you do the entire year for the solar access, what you can do is you can just update the legend rather than running a new analysis. If I go to the floor plan, that is our sort of focus, then you can just change this to solar access right here. Click OK, and that's good. I'm good with that. Yeah, totally fine with that. Now, going back to the 3D lighting analysis view, I believe there's a setting here. Let me change this back to the daylight autonomy. Okay. If I remember correctly. Okay, so here's the default analysis. Let's just legend. Name. Yeah, okay, some features got moved around, it looks like. 1 second. Yeah, it did. So, but you know, this is good. Totally works, totally does the job. Let me just review. Oh yeah, the solar access, right? Because capture both hours of direct sunlight and room hours. So if we update this, see, I don't have a solar access one ran, but I could change this, I believe, to solar access. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to let me update what I would like to without running a new analysis. So I'm just going to go ahead and run the new, not the new, but the other one I want, which is solar access, and then just set the time period. It will only allow you to do this for 1 day, so it doesn't really take too much time. Yeah, we'll just go with, let's see here. Well, first off, we're going to set the analysis plane to, say, 12 inches, 1 foot. And then for our day, we'll just take, doesn't matter, just, yeah, just take a random day. It's all good. We're testing functionality. Minimum threshold 3 hours. Check price. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna let it run for 7 hours. And then, or not let it run, but time range is 7 hours, and set analysis. And we'll let it run and come back when it's ready. Okay, with the analysis done, then I can just do as I've been doing, which is I can go into analysis, retrieve my solar access. Alright. Oh, okay, I guess it's still processing. It says it's done on the cloud, but we'll just continue to wait for a little bit. I just had to give it a few seconds and wait for this to come up. So I'm going to accept and update. And then I should be able to change this to my solar access. Let it do its thing. Alright. There we go. That's all set. Let's take a look at the analysis floor plan. Yep, looks about right. Not much solar access happening. And then yeah, so that's that. There's a way to toggle this, which is the reason why we did this analysis. So so that. Well, alright, first off, let's cut it utilizing the suction box so we can actually look in there. Look on the inside and see what's happening. I'll probably just. It's mysterious. Oh, it's all the way up there. So I'm just going to move this down. There we go. Now this is showing. Yeah, so by doing that and then just coming here and hovering over the analysis results, I can change this for hours of direct sun or hours by the room. Change it by the room, it kind of really modifies the graphics of the results, but also the reading of the results, because now it tells me how much hours the rooms are receiving of the solar access, rather than sort of cumulatively treating it throughout the entire building. I bet the same would be true if I picked like my daylight autonomy. One second as we wait. Yeah, okay, great. Design tips. Yeah, same thing for the analysis configuration. I can go by annual hours, or hey, I see annual hours. I forget what the annual hours are. We can choose current data, all data too. I mean, this is a way to begin to really quickly toggle results by selecting this analysis surface in the 3D. I believe that is only a 3D feature, but let's go verify by going to here. Analysis results. Nope, we can change it here too. So we can do pass fail combined. We can change this to, we can update this to the analysis that we're interested in. Currently we're looking at solar access. Give it a moment to update. Yeah, okay, not very good. But if we, again, just change this rather than hours of direct sun to hours the rooms receive, yeah, for me it kind of tells a different story, because it says this room receives, you know, the full 7 hours of solar access. This swatch receives maybe in the 2.5 hour area, and then these rooms receive none. So it just, you know, depends upon how we want to consider this data, whether we want to consider it just by rooms or hours of direct sun. It's hours of direct sun, then it's like, oh, just this little bit. But that's it. There's, you know, the solar access, a little bit more on sort of tweaking the analysis results by clicking on the surface and sort of refining them from there.